Michael Landon's death in 1991 at the age of 54 marked the end of an era. Known for his roles in iconic shows like Bonanza, Little House on the Prairie, and Highway to Heaven, Landon's passing was a shock to millions of Americans who had grown up with him as a staple of family entertainment. But behind the warm father figure on screen was a man grappling with deep personal struggles. In his final television appearance, Landon faced his own mortality with a calm acceptance, showing no self-pity. For a man who had spent decades teaching viewers about family, hope, and forgiveness, his own life was marked by personal conflicts, contradictions, and an ongoing quest for control. Early years and struggles with family born. Eugene Maurice Orowitz in 1936, Michael Landon's early life was far from idyllic. Raised in a tumultuous home, his father was emotionally distant and struggled with instability, while his mother, a former stage actress, exhibited controlling tendencies. This lack of safety in his childhood home had a profound impact on Landon, shaping him into a person who sought control and self-reliance. He became a target for bullying due to his Jewish heritage, yet rather than breaking him, these experiences instilled in him a quiet anger that later fueled his career and drive. His early years taught him to retreat inward, developing an intense need to prove himself and a determination to never let his emotions show. From athletics to acting, a new beginning. After struggling with bullying and injury in college athletics, Landon turned to manual labor, working in factories and odd jobs. It was during this period of his life that he stumbled into acting. What began as a simple favor for a friend soon turned into a pivotal moment for Landon. When he stepped into the audition room, he felt an unexpected sense of belonging and release, an opportunity to finally control his own narrative. In this moment, Landon's quiet determination to succeed became clear. With no connections in the entertainment industry, Landon relied solely on his perseverance, and his eventual breakthrough came with the low-budget movie, I Was a Teenage Werewolf. This role gave him his first taste of fame and led to bigger opportunities in Hollywood. Bonanza, a breakthrough and a double-edged sword. In 1959, Landon was cast as Little Joe Cartwright in Bonanza, a role that would define his career and cement his place in American television history. The show became a massive success, propelling Landon into the spotlight as the lovable, rebellious son of the Cartwright family. However, despite his on-screen success, Landon's private life was filled with turmoil. His father's sudden death that same year marked a turning point for Landon. He threw himself into work, using it as a way to cope with the grief and pressure of his newfound fame. The success of Bonanza also increased his need for control, both on set and at home, contributing to personal struggles in his relationships. Little House on the Prairie, Power, Family, and Tragedy. In the 1970s, Landon's ambition took him behind the camera as well, where he served as an executive producer, director, and writer on Little House on the Prairie. Here, Landon was not just an actor, he shaped the very essence of the show. This marked the peak of his career, as he was able to use his creative control to tell stories that resonated with millions. The show was about family, values, and the struggles of everyday people, reflecting Landon's own experiences. However, his perfectionist tendencies and need for control often clashed with others on set, creating tensions. The death of his co-star, Dan Blocker, in 1972 only added to the emotional weight he carried, and the series began to lose its energy after his passing. Personal struggles and marital challenges. Landon's personal life, however, was marked by tumult and heartbreak. His first marriage to Dodie Levy-Fraser ended in 1962, in part due to the pressures of Landon's rising fame. The collapse of this marriage did not make him retreat from the idea of family. Instead, he sought out a second marriage, this time to Marjorie Lynn Noe in 1963. Together, they had 4 children, and outwardly, their family seemed to fit the image of a traditional happy home, But the pressures of fame and Landon's obsessive need for control continued to create distance. His work on Little House on the Prairie further strained their relationship, leading to their divorce in 1982. A final chapter: family and reflection. In the 1980s, Landon's third marriage to Cindy Clerico marked a significant shift in his life. Clerico entered his world at a time when he was tired of the emotional and professional strain that had plagued him for years. The relationship with Cindy, however, was not without its complications. Their union was met with public scrutiny, especially after Landon's affair with her became public. But despite these controversies, Landon remained focused on building a family and raising children with Cindy, hoping to correct past mistakes. Tragically, their new life together was short-lived, as Landon was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in 1991. In his final days, Cindy remained at his side, but the tension between his past relationships and his present family could not be fully healed. Legacy and final goodbye. Michael Landon's passing was met with an outpouring of grief and tributes from fans and colleagues alike. His legacy as a beloved figure in television, particularly for his portrayal of morally grounded characters, was well established, but his death revealed the complexity of the man behind the roles. Landon had always portrayed himself as a man of strength, guiding audiences through stories of family, hope, and redemption. Yet his own life was fraught with contradictions, a man torn between the need for control and the pressures of fame, and the desire to build a family that could give him the stability he lacked as a child. In his final moments, Landon's legacy was sealed not by the image of the perfect family man, but by the honesty with which he confronted his own life. His television shows, which had touched so many, were not mere entertainment. They were a reflection of his own struggles, his own search for meaning and connection in a world full of challenges. Though he was imperfect, Michael Landon's willingness to show his vulnerabilities and flaws made him one of the most enduring and human figures in American television. A story of family, loss, and redemption. Michael Landon's life story is a testament to the complexities of fame and the personal cost of being a public figure. His career, marked by groundbreaking roles in Bonanza, Little House on the Prairie, and Highway to Heaven, shaped the way Americans viewed family and morality on television. But beneath the surface, Landon's life was fraught with struggles that no script could fix. From his troubled childhood to the failures in his personal relationships, Landon's journey was not one of simple success, but one marked by deep personal costs. Ultimately, Landon's legacy is not just about the characters he played, but about his own journey through the challenges of life. His ability to balance the demands of fame with the complexities of personal identity is what makes his story so compelling. As fans continue to watch his shows, they are reminded not just of his achievements, but of the human being behind the screen, whose life was as imperfect and real as the characters he portrayed. Michael Landon's story will continue to resonate with audiences, a reminder that the path to success is rarely without its trials, and that the courage to face them is what truly defines a legacy.